The Hawaiki Nui Va'a takes place once a year since 1992 and was originally established as an even harder rival to the world-class Molokai Ho in Hawaii.
With a distinct goal to showcase the physical and mental strength involved in a six-man outrigger canoe race of 3 days and 128 kilometres of Tahitian inter-island racing.
Taking care of the beautiful heritage and the cultures that the Tahitian ancestors have passed down through the generations is something that the Tahitians today embrace and pass down to their children, and their children will do the same.
The Va'a race with 6 paddlers on the open ocean and in the lagoon, over 128 kilometers long, is divided into 3 legs between the Leeward Islands, Huaine, Raiatea, Taha and Bora Bora.
The Australian team is made up of 2 crews consisting of 12 paddlers who have been on a rigorous selection process and 3-month training schedule.
Crew 1 consists of Kelly Burton, Grant Olofsson, Rodney Wise, Sven Glow, Fabrice Grandou and Stuart Woodja.
Crew 2 consists of Scott Casey, Steve Hinton, James Solomon, Nathan Pearl, Michael Say and Jeff Renboy.
This Australia team has been supported by AOCRA and their elite athlete program, with the team being selected from the best paddlers who also fitted the culture and paddling technique of the Cronulla Master Men's crew, from which the core of this crew has been built.
You can see we're on the island. All the canoes are being assembled and put together. They're about to go and get stickered and weighted up for the big race. You know, it's 4 months of training, and it's brought it to this point, and this is it.
Yeah, we're down here at the race site, getting a feel for what this thing's all about. Like the crews are all rocking up, starting to play around with their gear, getting it ready for race day. So it's awesome seeing all the crowd of people that are coming down, and the stalls and the food and the music. It's just, yeah, it's hard to describe. So good, so good.
So we're finally here in Wahine. It's weighing day. Just waiting for our numbers. Shit's getting real.
So we're now here at the section where they weigh the canoes. I was talking to the person in charge for weighing the canoes. He told me that they have to be 150 kilos. That's only the hull. They put the hull onto a weighing, like a scale, a really big scale, and they measure very exactly the weight of the canoe, and then we have to add some weights or take some weights away depending on the weight of the canoe. It has to be at least 150 kilos. What they do once the weights are on the canoe, they actually put a layer of paint on the weights, and at the end of the race, they check if those weights are still there. If one of the weight is missing, you get disqualified straight away. They're very strict on the weight of the canoe.
We've rigged up the canoes and we've gone out to sort of test the armour in the Arcus, make sure we're trimming right. An old fat ass here's put his ass straight through the seat. Seat 3's on the floor, so we're back up into the docks for some repairs, and hopefully we can get it done before race start.
2 chalk right here and 2 chalk right there, higher. So the armour is going to be high on the water, and when you put it in, it's going to be like this. And when you put the weight, it's going to be Does that make sense? Oh, someone's calling me. Hang on, sorry. Cut.
So today was a good day. We had some good news and bad news. We rigged our canoe and took it for a spin. And unfortunately, a couple of the seats, they are actually wooden seats, broke. And we had to turn, short our training session, and we brought the canoe back to shore and try to find someone to, who would be able to fix it for the race, which is in a day and a half now. So unfortunately, tomorrow we won't be able to paddle it because we're not allowed to paddle it the day before the race. And today we haven't been able to paddle it either because it's broken. So we keep our smile, on our faces and think positive, and hopefully everything will be fixed by Wednesday morning when the race starts at 7:30. I love it here. I love Tahiti. Great place, great people. I recommend it to anyone here.
Oui, je sais. Ben oui, voilà.
So there's a bit of disagreement as to whether the repair job is going to hold or not. And we're looking at our alternatives, maybe putting some fiberglass underneath, which is going to be difficult because of the weather. And there might be another canoe available for us to use if we can't use this one. Well, they've put a fairly easy repair on it, which we don't think might hold because of the flex in the canoe, and they're expecting some waves, so it might not hold. So hopefully we're going to sort that out quick smart. We've only got half a day left. Let's think positive. Whilst they're looking for another canoe for us, they're thinking a solution would be to put some polystyrene underneath the seat to try to hold it and allow the seat to actually have a little bit of a back pressure for prevention of cracking. Yeah, polystyrene all the way to the bottom. So all the specialists are talking, and hopefully we'll come with a solution. I think tomorrow is going to be quite a few waves on the way there, and big swell. So obviously there's going to be a lot of banging onto the canoe,
We have the main builder of Ari Tahiti, so he's here with us, helping us. So Andre, he's here, he's going to do everything for us to be able to be ready for tomorrow. So it's really a big help for us to having him on with us. So which is, we're not going to take him back to Australia with us. So.
Hi, my name is Kevin Silpis, 18 years old, paddler from Team Shalwa. So for the Hawaiki Nui, we train during 1 month and a half. So now we are well prepared and ready for the race tomorrow.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Abeb Irini. I paddle in Tahiti, and I am the world champion in the 50 meters for one single man. In Tahiti. Thank you to coming in Hawaiki Nui Va'a. But I'm very, very sick for your team, Australia. This canoe is no good for Tahiti. You have a problem to a canoe for the chair broken. Good job for two all team coming to Hawaiki Nui Va'a, and good luck for everybody. The first place and to all place for everybody. Good luck.
Yeah, mate, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. The boys are repairing the seat now. They tried to glue it last night, but it didn't really hold. So they've got the master in. Mate, he's the man from Nui Va'a to sort this out. So hopefully all goes well.
Canoe's been repaired. We went outside the bommy and pushing out into it. We're pushing out into probably 7 or 8 foot wind chop and being launched up to seat 4. Turned it around, came back with the wind, and caught an absolute ball terror of a big wind chop. And then we dropped into the pit of a massive, probably 6 or 7 foot wave, and just absolutely hammered down the face of it. Speed was incredible. Tomorrow's going to be insane if we make it.
are on the morning of day one, so I think what's come to light is that this is so much more than just the race itself. It's everything goes before it, right down to sleeping, nutrition. It's been a bit of a wild ride already, and when we knew, taking this thing on, you think about what happens during the race itself over that 4 or 5 hours today. It's so much more than that. That's my biggest takeout at the moment. But look, we're pumped. We're up for it. It's going to be a long day in the saddle, but what a hell of a ride coming up.
It's up us 4 in the morning. We're up and we're at it. The wind's up, the rain's up. It was a rough night. Boat's soaked. We're hydrating, getting ready, eating, getting ready to get out there and get ourselves organised to get on the mainland, on the land there, and get on the canoe and get out in the water.
Not really ideal. We had a lot of rain last night. It's been pretty windy, a lot of swell, a lot of rocking. I was sleeping on the galley floor.
So this is the last night we spent on the catamaran before our race. It was a tough night. It was raining a lot. Our mattresses are all wet, the sheets are all wet. But nevertheless, I still had a good night. I could hear the reef breaking. Kind of made me a bit nervous, but excited at the same time. But overall, I had a pretty good night. I feel good. We had our food now, a bit of porridge and a lot of water, and I'm really pumped for this race.
Hawaiki Nui, race 1, day 1. All the training's been done the 3 months beforehand. Visualising and talking about how we're going to control the race at the start and what we're going to do, and do you come out hard, do you come out slow? But really, I mean, it's all just the unknown. The guys will be on the start line, and everyone's been to Molokai and done channel crossings and raced against 1 or 2 Tahitian teams before, but to be on a start line with 100 of them, it's a whole nother kettle of fish.
If you gave me one more sign, I could find a way to break through, a way to break through.
Okay, so the boys have got off to a flyer here. We've got obviously a flat water paddle out through the pass, and they're looking good. They know it's a long race ahead, so they're just trying to get a good rhythm, get the feel, and then once they get out into the bumps and into the ocean there, they'll just try sort of hold their own and see how they go. But they know it's a long leg, so no, they're looking really good. They're looking great.
I guess you can talk about it all you want, but now they're on the line and they've got to do it, but it's just going to be completely unknown of what to do, so I think they're just going to have to really come out and control their race in their way and sort of put all that training and everything they've done into their heads and just focus on that and not get too caught up in the shells and the EDTs and everyone around them in front of them, and just get through the race and make sure they sort of hold strong and stay true to what they've trained and believe in each other, believe in what they've been training, believe in their stroke, believe in the cadences they've talked about and all their nutrition and everything that they've been told. I guess it all comes into today, and they've got to pull that off, all those little 1%ers. And if little bits of those bits fall apart, then it can be all over pretty quick.
Media boat, this is Nathan on the support boat. We've just found the boys after looking at them for an hour and a half. Some bad news, it looks as though the seat has broken. They're bailing, they're getting a lot of water in, and seat 1 we've had to take out of the boat, and they're trying to bail the water out So seat 1 has broken.
So paddling a 6-man canoe with 5 people. We've done plenty of that in the mornings leading up to this and the months before it, just because you just simply don't have 6 people. But it's definitely not something you expect to happen mid-race, mid-channel in Hawaii, Waikiki Nui, between 2 Tahitian islands, but it's happened and the boys are having to deal with what's in front of them at the moment. And everyone knows once you lose that paddler, it's a 6-man engine, so to lose that power and that glide you get from that full complement of 6, especially so early in the race, is going to be playing in their minds and their bodies and their souls. So they're in for one long, long day, and they're really going to have to dig deep to get out of this. Their seat 1's gone, their stroke's gone. Yeah, this is not good.
The boys are aware, apparently we have to finish this leg, otherwise we cannot start tomorrow or the next day. So they know they're in for a long haul, they're having a good crack, mate. They're doing well, it's bloody tough.
Trying out a new hydration system, which they've never used before, so we're going to be swapping in and out little eskies. So I'll be filling them up on the support boat, put some ice in it, and then swinging them out one by a time.
Doing yourselves proud, boys. You're doing yourselves proud.
Media boat, this is the support boat. Mate, we're into the lagoon. The boys are doing bloody well, mate. They're going to get us there. So proud of these boys, mate. What a bloody tough effort that is. That's unreal. So stoked.
It was a bit of a hustle on the start line to start with, but we ended up getting off to a good start. I think we came out of the island and coming in around about 8th before we started hitting the big water, and we started surfing pretty good, and we actually took a really good line, sort of heading north. A lot of the other canoes were heading a fair bit south, so I think what was about 45 minutes into it, probably Shell came past. So we knew we had the right line, and we're going pretty well. Like whenever we were sort of punching north, we were catching some good little runs. But we started to get some issues with Sven's covers kept blowing out.
Covers, every time we got smashed by a wave, the covers at the back would open up and then just flood the canoe. So then we were bailing a lot of bailing.
It was too much water for the Venturi to handle, so that was a bit problematic.
So we were bailing in 5 and bailing in 6 at one point as well, because it was all sitting up the back.
Then once we got the dry boat again, though, we'd start catching up to teams, and we were going really well.
Yeah, it was a good hustle. We were in there for a while, and then obviously...
we had a race plan though, and we stuck to it. You know, we weren't going to get out of the blocks fast. We're just going to hold our own and do what we do. And well, I think we're all happy with the way we got out, huh? Yeah. I think it was, you know, we sort of got out of the lagoon pretty well until about 19 k's, and that's when the seat broke.
Yeah, your fat ass.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, we went up a pretty steep one and just came down the other side of it, and Kelly found himself his ass closer to the bottom of the canoe than normal.
No, yeah.
And,
so
the funny part of it is I actually didn't hear this part where the seat was broken. I just saw Kelly get out.
No, I'm out, boys, I'm done.
Well, Kelly's done. This isn't looking good. I've got a long way to go with 5. He's collapsed already. But I heard a little bit later that the seat had broken, so there you have it.
To finish, day 1's over. It's probably not quite where we expected. We expected big solid conditions, but it was probably a little bit bigger than we expected. Add to that, we had a bit of a mishap with seat 1 breaking, so we had to lose a paddler for about 30 out of the 50 kilometres, which made life a little bit interesting as well. What do you reckon, Stu? How'd we pull up?
Oh, well, I pulled up okay. Lower back's a bit stiff, but I tell you what, steering a canoe with 5 guys, wind 90 degrees to the canoe the whole way, swell at 45 degrees to the canoe the whole way. We were taking water over the front, filling up. The back was just full of water. I had water up to my knees, just trying to bail and paddle and steer just with no balance at all in the canoe. It was just a nightmare. It was a tough 30 k's.
Big day out. Big day
bloody,
out.
A tough 50 k's, but tough 30 without a stroker.
So
looking forward to tomorrow and day 3. Let's see what Mother Nature can throw at us.
Yeah. A shower and a lie down and a beer. Now.
Here we go, cheers. 1 down, 2 to go. Show us your nuts.
Okay, morning guys, morning of day 2. We're here at the canoe holding yard. We've just come down and had a look at our canoe. It's been fixed, which is awesome. So they've chocked all the seats. So after yesterday's issues, we should be right to use it. We've been told that we do have an option of another canoe, which is currently being raced with the girls. So they'll come in about 2 hours now. So we're going to check it. It gives us a bit more of a choice, hopefully. And we can go from there. But yesterday was pretty brutal on the boys. They finished with 5. Seat 1 broke, and they just put in an absolute awesome effort to get across the line in those conditions. So big ups to those boys, the units. Today's more of a sprint, 26 Ks in the flat lagoon. It's hot, it's going to be brutal, but we're looking forward to it.
So this is it, it's a short race. As ours we can see on the ladder. Have you checked the ladder, where we are to? Yes. And you can see actually the one actually been DQ. Then that actually came 15. That's why I said the second leg is the time. That's why I said we behind 3 minutes. That's why they're going to go so hard. And I knew that it's going to be really hot. So we got to be careful on that, Jimmy. You got to pace yourself. We got to go at the start, And you got to, hey, we need to recover. We can't do the whole thing the whole time. We need to recover. Marking everyone. We check. We know. I know who's in the front. We just have to check. Just to put up it probably closer to the podium. And the last they're going to define actually. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Just get out there and enjoy it. That's why we're here. It's once in a lifetime thing. Enjoy it.
You guys have improved out of this world in the lead up to this. You guys are just paddling so much better than when this whole. I think we all are, but specifically you guys since this whole campaign started. So give yourselves a pat on the back and show it.
Credit to you boys, yeah.
Australia.
It's day 2 of the Hawaiki Nui. Today's racing involves a 22-kilometre high-paced race. The Tahitians call it a sprint. They stay inside the reef and lagoon from Raiatea to Taha.
Nice would it be to paddle with those guys, you know, rivaling with the likes of Shelva and OPT. Absolutely amazing.
Looks like the boys have got off to an absolute cracking start. I hope that they can hold this lead and learn how to adapt to the local surrounds. We've got heat, there's a lot of current in the water, there's boat, wash, and it's new to them. So as long as we can hold it together, I think they're in a good position. Time will tell how the rest of the day pans out.
And day 2 presents itself with other challenges. Paddling in the flat water lagoon, you know, with the challenges of currents flowing different ways and eddies wrapping around the reefs, you know, as opposed to days 1 and 3 where it's purely an open water race and you can, you know, line up your bumps and chase the bumps. Day 2 is definitely one of the most challenging days of the lot, just flat water and hot.
We thought we were able to drop hydration to the boys after the 10-kilometre mark to realise, I think it's due to a language barrier or something like that, because none of us really speak French that well. We've just worked out that we've just realised that we can't. So unfortunately they're on their own, and we just hope that they can handle this heat and manage their hydration and their fatigue as well as they can. You know, they've got it backed up against them, the poor buggers. See how they hold it together for the rest of the race.
A lot of boat wash to contend with. The currents are ridiculous. and you can just see the heat. The guys are just sweating out there.
Media boat to support boat. We've just had word from the boys. Apparently several of the hydration packs have failed. I think Scotty Casey in particular is going to be looking at a very long race with no water. We've just confirmed we are not allowed to drop any water or hydration to the teams.
Okay, so what's quite interesting here is the boys are actually hugging the far shoreline, so they're closest to the land. But the open men's teams like Shell Va'a, OPT, and even Air Tahiti, these top crews are actually on the exact opposite side of the channel. So they're closer to the spectator boats and they are absolutely motoring. So it'll soon pay off and we'll find out whether that inside line was actually the best angle. But look, it's such a spectacular place to race. These sites are amazing. I've never seen so many spectator vessels in the one place. The Hawaiki Nui is the equivalent of the Melbourne Cup in Tahiti. The entire place comes to just a grinding halt. Everybody gets out on the water for 3 days of racing and to experience this culture. And the spectacle that is the Hawaiki Nui is just absolutely amazing.
Wow, we just finished the second leg. Now that was tough. Man, it's so hot, but super fun leg. There's some bumps and runs and just beautiful reefs and yeah, wow. So much fun racing over here. I think everyone's got to try it. But yeah, glad to have done that one.
So that was the first goal. We went pretty well. I think the start was fast and furious and we got off to a good start, got going along. Kind of, I think about 10 Ks into it, we probably died a little bit. We weren't quite getting the runs that we should have. But then we saw a couple of boats in front of us that we wanted to catch, and so we started to get a second wind, and then the last 8 Ks we were just flying, just pulling in people past 2 boats, got away from another one, and came home strong. So yeah, we made it.
That was solid. That was a lot faster than we thought, than we anticipated, but you know, we held strong. It was pretty much the hardest race we've done, so pretty happy. Water pack fell out on the start, so 27 Ks without water was a bit brutal, but we got there, we finished strong, and I think the boys held together and super pumped, stoked. About 5K where we were just in the soup, we had nothing. But we come back and we took back about 4 or 5 crews, which was really fun. Hopefully there's some good footage there. Very happy that that's over and can't wait to get inside into some watermelon.
Just finished day 2 and we're just jumping in the back of a wagon. We've been invited around to a local Tahitian house. Where they're going to put on a fantastic spread for us. Lots of fresh food, lots of you know, well-cooked vegetables, and the hospitality from the Tahitians is just next level. It's really something that we can all learn from. They basically open their doors and just welcome us in and feed us, pat us on the back and send us on our way. It's a really warm feeling that the Tahitians put out there for all us international paddlers.
So it's day 3 of the Hawaiki Nui 2022, and the boys are nursing some very sore muscles after their first day of racing. But look, the ocean's calmed down a lot since then. We've now got beautiful blue skies. We've got a little bit of swell. There's definitely going to be some runners out there, but nothing like the conditions that battered the canoe on that day 1. So far, both crews have got 70 kilometres of racing under their belt, and today is the longest day. It's 58 kilometres from Taha to Bora Bora. It's going to be super hot. There's going to be a little bit of assistance from the ocean out there, but this is the run to the finish line. 4 months of training and a lot of blood, sweat and tears comes down to this day today. But look, regardless of whatever result the boys come into, this has been an amazing experience, and I just can't wait to see the smiles on their faces as they cross the finish line in the amazingly beautiful Bora Bora today. It's going to be a great day on the water.
Yeah, look, after day 1, when they had seat failure in seat number 1, I think they've got some redemption. They're going to be going for it. They're looking good. They're looking a bit sunburnt, but having 1 day off, I don't think it's long enough. But I feel these boys, they're beasts, so they'll recover and they'll do what they have to. They're probably mentally the strongest guys I know. So yeah, they're looking good. Yeah, look, 3 days of racing, up to 120 Ks over those 3 days. I don't think there's anything like it, let alone against these Tahitians. They're next level, they're alien. They don't know how they do what they do, but they do it. And you know, to be a part of this is nothing like it. Hawaii, Molokai Ho, it's 1 day. We're looking at 67 Ks, 63 Ks in Molokai Ho, and you know, to do 3 days in this heat as well, it's insane. We've trained hard for this, and you know, hopefully those Ks pay off. Look, approaching the lagoon, we've been told there's a pole, and you basically go around that pole and then circle back in, and you've still got another 20 or so Ks, but you know, there's crystal clear blue, green water. It would be mentally breaking at that point, but I feel the boys, they're strong, and you know, they'll hold it together and they'll be right. They'll be looking for those beers on the finish line.
We got it, we crossed the line, we finished Hawaiki Nui 2022. I'm not sure where we came, maybe 12th, but we were at some tough fighting between us and some other master teams. Oh, amazing experience. That race just feels like it's never going to end, but just to come into these pristine waters and have all the hype and the vibe, it's just unbelievable. There's no experience like it.
I mean, there is all sorts of pain going on both mentally and physically, but that is the greatest paddling experience you could have. It was absolutely incredible, and the finishing scene there, coming into the end there's people lining the shores, there's stingrays swimming under you, there's 5 shades of blue and green, the water's stunning. The drums are going, as you hear in the background, while you're in all sorts of agony at the time. It's almost, there's an elation too that's just incredible. Yeah, definitely one of the best experiences ever.
Paddling over the finish line, next level. Having all those kids and all the families cheering and carrying on and whistling, it was just next level, unreal. So much fun. Such a good feeling good way to finish a race, I tell you. After 50 odd Ks of brutal paddling, to come home and experience that, it's like winning an NRL Grand Final maybe. It was just great feeling.
In a word, the whole experience today was breathtaking. Like beautiful conditions, but just dead set breathtaking. You get to the 10K mark, you're feeling pretty good. We're all yahooing and have a lot of fun. Get to the 20K mark, things are getting a little bit quiet. Get the 30K mark. Before you know it, you're at 40. You're still battling out with other crews. There's boats going everywhere. Then you turn into the lagoon and just the battle up the lagoon against the current, guys coming at you, just fantastic. And then to pull in at the end here into that tunnel. Yeah, like I say, breathtaking, awesome experience, fantastic people, and just a really, I couldn't top the experience in any other situation. So, yeah, great day.
It's the biggest race I've ever done. It's the biggest achievement we've done as a team. I wouldn't rather be doing it with any other guys that were there with me today. You know, it's one of those things where you go through a world of emotions out there. You fall in a hole and we seem to back each other and pull ourselves out and go again. And any adverse situation, we seem to, band together and pull through and as a team. It's that there in itself it's probably the most amazing thing. The race is awesome. I'll never forget it. But these guys, I love them.
Yeah, so I put tape on thinking that it would cover up the skin for blisters, and anything that wasn't covered up did that, and then the tape got stuck to the blade and created almost a wax effect. And so then it was just like paddling with a blade that was on fire the whole time.
Well, first of all, I want to talk about the end because this is the epitome of paddling. Have a look at this water. And the lovely people welcoming us at the end. I was so excited. I was yelling my head off, louder than all the people yelling along the side. The race was probably one of the toughest things I've ever done. I'm sure everyone will vouch for it. It was hot, it was long, you can't see the end of it. You turn the last pole there, like there's a lighthouse at the end, and you turn around there and you think, oh, surely it'll be the end, and there's another 10 Ks to go.
I'd just like to say a big thanks to Jeff Renvoy and his beautiful wife Sam for all the tireless work that they've done to get us here. Without them, none of this would have been possible. All of our sponsors, Outrigger Australia, Ozone, Palafamala Paddles, Hinton Linings, Ocean Culture Magazine. Thanks to everyone for helping us out and getting us here across the line. The boys, we wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. All the long cold nights training and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, we need a special shout out to Clint today. He's been on the support boat for 3 days. It's been a massive effort. Day one was just brutal. The boats were getting smashed. Been copping it in the sun for 5 odd hours today. We couldn't have done the race without Clino, so thanks very much. And Jamie, a massive shout out to you, mate. You've been working tirelessly.
Thanks, buddy.
To get all this, capture all this awesome footage, the stuff that we're going to remember. We want to, remember for the rest of our lives. It's just been an amazing experience, and we've certainly bonded together in friendships that'll stand the test of time.
How to relax after a race.
to see you. Yeah, fags all over this boy. How good is this?
Funny thing in the trip.
Don't pull it up. Okay. You got it, you got it.
Oh my God! Oh my God, confirmed! Oh my God!
Outrigger, Hawaiki Nui Va'a. So all the Australian paddlers stand up, get trained, and come on to Hawaiki Nui.
Okay, here we are, our last day in Tahiti. It's been an amazing experience. Probably the standout for me has been the opportunity that we've had to paddle with the locals. We've had a couple of training sessions where they let us train with them, the techniques they use, the different things that they teach compared to what we do.
Just the culture, the people, the water. I've seen four islands since I've been here. I think the boys saw an extra one before I got here, so it's just, yeah, out of this world. This all wouldn't have happened if we, Jeff and Sam, got all this together and started setting all this up, because it is a big thing to put together, and without people like that, you couldn't do this race.
If you could get the chance to get over here, you've got to do it. This is something else, you know. Being with a group of guys like this where, yeah, we have our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, we're all in it together. And, you know, like the highlight after the race was definitely Fab catching the fish. I've never seen a grey man scream and cry like he did yesterday. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Without this, we wouldn't have seen it, wouldn't have happened. So get out, have a look around and do it. If you get a chance, just do it. It's worth it. Yeah! A few other people would like to thank, you know, Shell for letting us in. They've got a very tight group there, and they've opened their arms and let us in and taught us so much and invited us into their world, which was amazing. OPT, Thierry, our skipper for our boat, thanks very much. Arawe and Pierre for all these clubs for allowing us to come in and just be a part of their lives just for a couple of days and welcome us with open arms and be so happy to share what they know with us. So thank you very much. Shalom.